Good afternoon, everyone. This is Matt over at MilestoneCapitalGrowthPortfolio.com. Today is Wednesday, May 14th. Okay, awesome day in the market today. The chat room was on fire. Huge scores. We'll start with PCLN and we'll go from there. Really good one. Like I said here, we thought it could either go down or up to the middle Bollinger Band. Came up, did a great job. It's still a broken chart. There's nothing fixed about this under any circumstances. You have your 100 about to cross the 50. You know what that means. Nice death cross coming here, and you can kiss PCLN goodbye, like I've been saying for quite some time now. But these, like I said, they go up and down. Up and down, up and down. It's just that simple. That's the way it trades, but it's trading down. It's not trading to new highs or breaking any trend lines. So we are still in a downward spiral. For how long? Who knows? Let's just work with what we have. All right, we do have a nice gap on PCLN that I think is going to get filled in the soon, and we've spoken about this for quite some time. And it's down at the 850 range. Whoops. Hold on if I could see it. So you can see that here. We have a nice little gap down here that'll eventually get filled. So keep an eye on PCLN. Right now we'll trade the ups and the downs, and we'll do it in the live chat room. So stop in anytime. Okay, we got on the weekly. Real quick here, taking a look at it. So far, it tried to come up, hit its head on this candle here, the top of this candle here, and pulled right back down again. Okay, see if we can make new lows on this one, see if we can get some follow through to the downside. Relative strength index on your monthly is at 73, and we are on the May 14th, so we have a couple more weeks here of heading south, and we are getting ready to get under these two candles here, which is your only other support before we tank all the way down to 1053. So keep an eye on PCLN. It is heading south. All right, CMG, big one for our team here. We're battling this one. We got some things going on in the room. Hopefully this loads up soon. That never break under 500, and so it's coming. You can see it, 50 and the 100 getting ready to cross. Everything's setting up for a death cross. We closed underneath the middle Bollinger Band. We did make a little pop here. But we're just trending to the downside. We're in such a tight squeeze right now. There's only one place to go. That's down. If it goes up to the 540 area, but I don't see it going up. I see a death cross starting to take place. I see a lot of selling to any buy-in that's coming into it, and I have your rune down. I have relative strength index at 48, so plenty of room for more downside here. Little head fakes. Take a look at the weekly. The weekly the same way. You're back on the red. And you were on the green yesterday. There was no follow through, so we're going to look to the downside. And same thing here with the monthly. Relative strength index is at 76, so we are going to be selling off on this one. Open table. What a huge call this was. Okay, options we alerted in the chat room, 15 cents. 15 cents right here are now $2.55, and we are still holding. Open is heading south at a rapid pace. A little oversold on the daily, but plenty of room for more downside. Stretching the time frame out a little bit. We have a nice little gap down here at 57 in that area, so keep an eye on that. Looks like we're going to get our 57. Taking a look at the weekly, and yes, we're not done with the week yet. Stretch this out a little bit. We are sitting at support right now. If this support breaks, which is your 100 and 200, if this breaks this week, which I think it will, and that's right at 62.38, look for this thing to really get clobbered and at a good clip. Okay, the only other support you have here, you're under the middle Bollinger Band on the monthly, so now you are in a bearish mode for a monthly outlook, and you have 60.77 is going to be your 50-day support for open table. So, and look at your RSI's turning down. Everything's turning down. Open is going to be a huge score. Congratulations, members. Being in live chat is well worth it. Amazon, we've been really enjoying this one for quite some time. Doing the same thing. Pattern is in the downtrend, making some great money here. 1 day pops, 2 day pops don't mean anything if you're playing for the actual trend and which way the stock's going. So, as you could see here, made a nice move to the upside. Now it's making a nice move to the downside. It's actually under this candle here. Next support you have is down here at 280.41, but we have a gap down lower here at 224. So keep an eye on this one for a long-term downtrend. Yes, they're going to be ups and downs. You get your middle Bollinger, you get your 100-day moving average sitting here acting as support right now is Amazon on the weekly. So if we get under that, kiss it goodbye even more. Check out your middle Bollinger Band heading south at a good clip. Your 50 starting to turn to the downside. And we have that gap down here, and that's right where the 200-day moving average is. So see Amazon fall. Monthly, same way. 55 is your relative strength index. Targets your 200-day moving average in the gap. Will be oversold by then. You are under the middle Bollinger Band now on the monthly also, so you get your weekly, monthly, and daily under the middle Bollinger Band. You are in a bear mode. Kiss Amazon goodbye. All right, next BIDU. Try and get through these BIDUs, a train wreck waiting to happen, okay? As I've been saying, we had a little bit of a green today, came up, couldn't get through it, couldn't do it, too much resistance here, and look for this one to head south at a pretty good clip also. We have down here a nice little gap also that we were trying to track. And it's huge at 115. 115 is a target for BIDU. I'm going to stick to my guns on these. And this is where we're going to go. Take a look at the weekly. The weekly's rolling over also. You have 2 down weeks. Okay, you're under the middle Bollinger Band. You tried to bring it up a little bit. Nothing's happening. We got the 50-day coming up for a test again, which is 149.90. That'll be a test, and that should be oversold on the daily by that point, so we'll have to see what happens at that point. So it might jump back up and hit the middle Bollinger Band on the weekly again and act as resistance. So taking a look at the long-term monthly on this, this is just a train wreck chart. 50-day moving average is heading south. You're still above on the middle Bollinger Band for now, and it will act as support at 129. And in that, might get a hammer down to fill the 200-day moving average right here at 115 before it finds some support. ISRG. And then one other. As I said, we'd come up and hit this middle Bollinger Band, and that would be our first test and see what happens. And she did. She stayed inside the box, bounced perfect. Had a nice move here, 348, got all the way up to 378. Options went huge on that one. We've done very well with this, but this is stopping it. Middle Bollinger Band is stopping it. We'll have to see what happens tomorrow. If it does go through, okay, we got this gap right here and the 200-day. You got 408. And then you have the 398. But look at your death cross, get your 50 over your 100, getting ready to cross. So keep an eye on this one. Like I said, I think it goes lower. But if it does break this here, look for this 200-day and this gap fill to get closed, unless there's some kind of news or some other kind of event that changes any of these charts. These charts are just technical analysis that we have been totally working with, and they're working. Okay, very oversold. I'm sorry, that's your MACD. Your MACD's just turned negative, so it's really looking good for more downside on this also. So just keep an eye on this one and see where we go from here. But we do look like we have some support right down here at 243, and then we do have a little gap down here that about 105. So ISRG, we believe 105. That's a technical chart that we did, is our long-term put. Okay, so any of these daily bounces or weekly bounces are going to be reversed down to the downside. So that's it. So GMCR Ray posted a chart about 5 days ago for bullish upside, and recommended everybody trade it to the call side. We called puts yesterday after the chart was topped out. We went over this already. Here's your double top right here. Came in, hit it. We said, okay, let's get puts. It's not breaking through it on volume. We got puts here up over 450% at this point on these puts. Live chat, you can't beat it. These calls are being made all the time. So GMCR is not broken, but it needs to fill this gap. It's that simple. 111.05. It's just get this gap filled, and then we should head back up. I mean, it looks good on the weekly. You're just going to have a little pullback to this candle here, somewhere in that area. A little higher than this candle is all you need on the weekly, so just a dip is fine. That 111 is still above this previous week's candle, so it's still got an uptrend in place. Okay, so once that gap's filled, looks like it's going to go. On the monthly, you're higher here, and you'll stay higher, and it'll be very bullish because that's at 105. Okay, so 105 to 108. So as long as we stay up in that area, this is going up. But for now, let's finish the downside and get the 110, 111 area filled. All right, this is Matt over at MilestoneCapitalGrowthPortfolio.com. Join us in live chat every single day. We're doing this. We have certain stocks that we keep on watch. And we just rock and roll these things and make some serious money on options and stocks. It doesn't matter. Whatever's moving, we're going to play it. We're going to catch it. We have alerts set, so you're not going to miss a trick. All right. It's $500 for a lifetime membership. Join today. The mobile app is just about done. Should be released tomorrow, so the chat room is live. You take it with you any way you want to go, and it's that simple. All right, everyone. Have yourself a great night. Talk to you tomorrow.